right, part 2 weekly energy reading. I did one earlier today that was live, and for whatever reason it was unlisted or blocked from showing live, so nobody saw it. But it did upload, and so if you want to check out part one is up there. I'm going to title this An Abundance of Energy, because that's kind of the energy of this week. There's an abundance of energy. We have a lot of spiritual energy coming in. We have a lot of astrological energy, and we have a lot of portals. We have today, which is the new moon solar eclipse in Virgo. Tomorrow is officially Libra season and the equinox. And then we have, I believe, sundown on the 22nd. So Monday to sundown on the 23rd is the Jewish New Year. It's Rosh Hashanah. So there's a lot of spiritual energy, significant energy. This is a very, very powerful week. It always is. But with the abundance of energy, it can be used in both positive and negative ways for the collective this week. So let's talk about a couple things that were coming through that I didn't put in part 1, and that's why I'm making a part 2. Number 1, some sort of earth event. So definitely myself, other people on my live today were picking up potentially an earthquake. Free the People, Lady Marquis. I know, Jean, you said you were having you felt some sort of dizziness or vertigo, but you didn't understand where it was coming from. I had an experience this morning where I had just woken up and I was sort of just staring at the wall, letting myself wake up, and I saw everything start to shake, and I didn't understand that. And I was asking my guides, I'm like, what is this? And it didn't go away right away. It shook for a while and then everything went still. So, and the confirmation of that was another reader that I see on TikTok. She does a daily intuitive insight. She was talking about feeling like she was in an earthquake, feeling the ground shake. So I definitely think there could be very, very strong earthquake this week. I definitely think the United States probably will be affected if there is. If not, it's going to be the other areas of the world that were showing me were Japan, Indonesia, India, and Italy. And I don't know why, but those are the other places that they were showing me. It could be someplace else, but if it's not the United States, it could be one of those countries. So be on the lookout for that. Just pay attention. Extra prayers this week for the world, and just that the energy calms down. Whenever the energy is heightened like this as well, you do tend to see more earth events, because the earth is sort of releasing that energy, especially if there's a lot of solar activity as well. So pay attention to the Schumann resonance and the solar activity this week, which could signal sort of what day something might take place. Equally with the energy of this week, and specifically if there is an earthquake. The other message I was given is if there is a big earthquake this week, it would also trigger some sort of other cataclysmic event. Trigger warning, I'm not trying to bring fear. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. And I was getting more volcanic activity. So pay attention to the volcanoes. In the United States, Mount St. Helens was coming up. In Italy, Pompeii, and there's been a lot of energy around Pompeii lately. So just be mindful of that. Another thing that was coming through really strongly for this week is that, how do I want to say this? Some of the, even potentially weather events, some of it can be manufactured. Okay, so for entertainment purposes only, I have to be careful how I say things, but some of the things will be natural and some of the things will not be natural. And so that's another reason why it's so important to use your intuition and discernment this week. Just knowing that there could be things that are manufactured weather-wise this week that cause sort of cataclysmic events and affect a lot of people. The other thing that's been going around lately too is this energy of the rapture. A lot of people of certain faith believe that that's going to happen this week. I do not believe the rapture is going to take place this week. But what's interesting about that word itself is it comes from a Latin word, raptura, which means to seize or to kidnap. And so there could be something like that happens this week, where something or someone gets seized or kidnapped, or there's like a big ransom or some sort of event like that could happen this week. Equally, because the energy is strange, I'll use the word strange, there could be an event that's made to look like something that it's not, that impacts a lot of people. So just use your discernment, see with spiritual eyes, tap into what feels true for you, and just listen to that. Whatever feels true for you, listen to that, okay? What's interesting is I tried to make this video on my other phone and it just died. Even though I had battery power, it just died. So there's something that I'm talking about that doesn't want to get out, but I feel like it's important just to kind of put things out there to see what happens, because this is Libra season itself is something that's going to bring out a lot of illumination, a lot of information, and it might bring it out and bring it up in a way that's unexpected. That's one of the things that's been going on a lot lately, is that there's, things coming out of left field. The attention and the energies in one area, but then something else happens and it's like, oh, and everybody ends up looking over there. So that's kind of the energy of this week and Libra season itself. So don't be surprised if everybody sort of focuses on one thing and then boom, something else happens, and then all the focus and attention goes to something else, but then later on you find out the truth about that first thing that everybody was paying attention about, because that's kind of where we're at right now collectively. All right. Other thing this week though too is just like, because there is a lot of changes, just really listen to your intuition. I know I'm a broken record, but if you feel guided to go to a certain place, listen to that. Equally, if you feel guided to not take a trip, not travel somewhere, not get on the road a certain day, listen to that too. Our intuition is our inner GPS. It is our inner guidance system. We have it for a reason, and everybody has it. And the more you utilize it, the more it works for you. The more you utilize it, the more you see how divinely guided and protected you are as you move throughout your days. Other things this week too is just, it does feel like I know the first video was about abundance and money, and I'm hearing a lot of this too, energy as well, as around money, around wealth transfers, around changings of currency, all that stuff. So again, if you feel guided to do something financially, pull out of an investment, change your banking system, change something financially for you, listen to that, because there is going to be some financial stuff that comes through, especially later on in Libra season and in Scorpio season. So there's a lot of changes. We're in the midst of change. We're all moving into different realities. We all experience different realities because we're all living at a different point of view, a different level of consciousness, and a different field of perception. And so just know there's a lot taking place right now, Again, because there's an abundance of energy, there's a lot of good energy that can be utilized for good, but equally there's a lot of energies that can be sort of utilized to hijack collective timelines and to put people in fear. So do everything that you can to stay out of fear, doubt, and worry. If you're starting to feel anxious, if you're starting to feel worried, take a step back. Just be with yourself. Just be in your own energy. Really protect your energy and protect your mind at this time. All right. Sending love. Take care.